Coming up on Point, fighting breast cancer against all odds, a 22-year-old survivor shares her story.
I make sure that my body is alkaline body because my body was very acidic. I don't stress over things I cannot change. I treat others well. I treat myself well. Those are some of the points that I beat cancer with.
This year marks 22 years that the mother of two, Tessa Johnson Rose, has survived her battle with breast cancer. She said prayers, her faith in God, healthy eating, and exercise have all helped to beat the disease. The New Amsterdam Barbies woman has overcome all odds and is now a living testimony. She said breast cancer is frightening, and for some, it's a death sentence.
When I was 35 or going into 35, I found a lump in my left breast, and when I went to the doctor, they said it was a benign lump. It was lumpectomy or audio fibroblast. Some I can't pronounce the word, like audiofibroblast. They said it was nothing. So I went home. They did the surgery. I went home. That was in December of '98. In March of '99, I was back in hospital with another lump. They took that out too. At that time, I don't think that Guyana had an oncologist or a specialist. So I think they were trying their best. But by May of 1999, the sutures that I had from March of 1999, they weren't healing. So at that time, I was seeing Dr. Lee from Woodlands Hospital and Dr. Walter Chin. And they advised me that I seek medical attention overseas, because they couldn't help me at that time, which I did. I sought medical attention in Trinidad. When I went to Trinidad, I did a lumpectomy, and it was tested and it came back positive. And that doctor, by the name of Dr. Danasar, he did an entire new surgery on the breast, and then began my years and years of breast cancer treatment.
At age 30, Tessa had just married when she learned that she had breast cancer. Things got worse for Tessa when she was also told by doctors that she would not be able to bear children. Now, against all odds, Tessa has two children, now 18 and 19 years old.
When I had my first pregnancy, at that time, I wasn't sure that it was breast cancer. I was very sick. I was in hospital for months. And when that baby was born, I had a cesarean. So the doctors say waited until 3 months before you get sexually active again and what's not. It happened, and I got pregnant exactly 3 months after the first baby was born. When I went to Trinidad, before I went back to Trinidad, the doctor told me, take 6 months, heal your body from the pregnancy, and then come. When I went back, he had to do all the tests all over again, the heart test, the liver test, your blood test, your blood pressure test, and everything, and then he found out I was 19 weeks pregnant. But at that time, it came back that I had breast cancer, and it was stage 2. And it was, as we say, it was rapid. It was in a short space of time. It moved from not having cancer to stage 2 cancer. So the doctor gave me 2 options. He said, abort the baby and do the treatment, you'll be fine. Or if you go through with the pregnancy, most likely you might die. So I had to make a decision. I called my husband from over there and I told him what I was going to do. And he said, okay, if that's the way to save your life, do it. But then I called my sister, and she said, your baby is almost 5 months old and you didn't even know. That baby was in there for a reason. Keep the baby. We will pray for you, and God is there. You believe in God, you trust Him, trust Him. I went back to the doctor the afternoon because that afternoon I was going to be induced. So I went back to the doctor and I told him that I'm keeping the baby. And the doctors and the nurses and everybody, they were so shocked and everything. He said, okay, it's your body, and we will tell you that your baby might be deformed, your baby might be brain damaged, your baby might not be able to walk, all the negative things. Nothing was positive. It was only me saying, I believe in God and that my baby will be fine. Anyway, they went about, did the chemo. I still went about. I did the chemotherapy while I was pregnant, and 4 months after, I got a baby, another boy. And up till now, he's healthy. When he was born with this respiratory problem. That is the only thing. He's 18 years old now. He still has trouble with asthma from time to time, but he is well. He is good. Nothing else. He went to the normal school. He was successful at CXC. He's at TI now, and he's normal.
As a living testimony, Tessa has words of advice for those battling cancer.
This disease is a learning experience because we here in Guyana, we do not put our bodies and self first in anything that we do. For those that are battling cancer right now, stage 1, stage 2, let us change the demographic. Let us start eating healthy foods. Stay off of the red meats. Eat your raw fruits and vegetables. Exercise. And if you have to do chemotherapy and radiation, just do it, but do not pity yourself or let people pity you or always mope up in a car and not feeling sorry for yourself. No. Talk about it. Talking about your illness or talking about my illness has done me well. I don't think it works for everybody, but at least it works for me. So for those that are battling it right now, I say stay the course, listen to your doctors, do whatever your doctors say. Don't let negative people around you telling you negative things, and things will be fine. I would like to say that in Guyana, there is still a taboo when it comes to cancer. Any type of cancer, breast cancer too included. But cancer doesn't have a face, and we don't know when we will get it. So for people out there that believe that cancer would not touch them, if you don't do the things that I say to do, eat healthy and all of that, one day, maybe one day, cancer might hit your family, and then you will understand what a dreaded disease it is. So when you see people with cancer and they are suffering, when you are around them, always be positive. Always be positive.
That's it for this edition of On Point. Do join us again next week for another edition.